These all or nothing really got a way of driving me crazy. I need somebody to heal, somebody to know, somebody to have, somebody to hold. It's easy to say, but it's never the same. I guess I kinda like the way you numb all the pain. Now the day bleeds into nightfall, and you're not here to get me through it all. I let my guard down, and then you pulled the rug. I was getting kinda used to being someone you love. I'm going under, and this time I fear there's no one to turn to. This all or nothing way of loving got me sleeping without you. Oh, now I need somebody to know, somebody to heal, somebody to have, just to know how it feels. It's easy to say, but it's never the same. I guess I kinda like the way you help me to scare. Now the day bleeds into nightfall, and you're not here to get me through it all. I let my guard down, and then you pulled the rug. I was getting kinda used to being someone you love, and I tend to close my eyes when it hurts sometimes. I fall into your arms. I'll be safe here until I come back around. For now the day bleeds into nightfall, and you're not here to get me through it all. I let my guard down, and then you pulled the rug. I was getting kinda used to being someone you love, but now the day bleeds into nightfall, and you're not here to get me through it all. I let my guard down, and then you pulled the rug. I was getting kinda used to being someone you love. I let my guard down, and then you...
Kyle just leaving the yard on Troy. Oh, Kyle says I'm connecting to his AirPod, so sorry if you heard that, guys. I don't know if you can hear me or Kyle. There you go, off on their hack. Okay, so Kyle is hacking out obviously alone. We want to show you Troy out alone and want to give you a bit more info following on from the info that we had yesterday. So Troy is our very, very handsome latest arrival. He is the older horse, guys, and actually there's a lot of benefits of an older horse, and he will be priced, or is priced, accordingly. He is in our lowest price range, which is the White Heart, and obviously, to be fair, if you look at him, he looks like a 10-year-old. He actually really does. He has had a vet check in the past few months as well, and passed that, so that's fantastic. So he is fit and healthy and in full work. He actually looks a dream. He looks a picture. He really does. He's super handsome. So the original plan, guys, is we were going to ride up the field today, but my mum has turned some of the horses out, so this is why we switched to the hack, hence Kyle riding in black. But he's only going a short way down the road, which I am following, and then we will be down the bridle path, the path that we didn't get a chance to go down yesterday. But we will also do some video later on through the week of him in heavier traffic. So following on from some of the info that I gave you all yesterday, I'm sorry the visibility is not great here. It's really sunny and it's just bouncing back off the screen. So following on from the info yesterday, we haven't measured him, but I said he was 14.3. He possibly is, but he's more like a little horse. He's more like a 15-hander. Bearing in mind Kyle is just over 6'1" and he's carrying the size very well. So I would definitely say he's horse type rather than large pony, if that makes sense. He travelled to us on a trailer on his own, and first evening we turned him out. He actually went out with 2 mares and he was no problem, and he was quite happy. Sorry, he's virtually gone off the screen because the sun is just blaring. So he was turned out with 2 mares. He was quite happy to be the first one to come in. He was good as gold to catch, not a problem at all. He came from a private home, a youngish girl. I don't like referring necessarily to people like that, but yeah, has had him and been taking him to arena hires, fun rides, hacking, shows as well, show jumping, clear rounds, clinics, that sort of stuff, travelling him round in a trailer, and he's been good as gold. He has been kept in a field rather than on a yard, guys, just because that is the home that his owner had. And you know what, there's so many people now that are really struggling to afford delivery yards, and obviously delivery yards have got to keep their costs as they are because everything's gone up. So it's a bit of a catch-22 there. So he's been living out throughout the winter, and his owner did wonder if he would settle in a stable. He was previously stable, but obviously once they've been living out for a while, it takes him a little bit of time. Yesterday we brought him in away from the mares, and as I say, first in, not a problem to catch whatsoever, good as gold to the lead, all of that. He was a little bit unsettled when he was on the yard when he first come in, because obviously he's just left his friends. We find it a nightmare if we turn them out straight away. We like to keep them in, but sometimes when I've just got the dog's just run out on him. It's not a problem. Things do make horses startle horses, but you can see just how sensible his reaction was. So yeah, he was a little bit unsettled, sort of neighing for the others a bit and just fidgeting round and that kind of stuff. Totally normal behaviour. So what we tend to do when they're like that is we just get them into routine and ride them and go. So he went on a hack yesterday. You saw the video, hacked absolutely superbly, not one fault. And he stayed stabled last night and settled like an absolute star. I have just done a couple of little videos of him on the yard before his ride, and he was just standing there waiting. I've done a video of Kyle tacking up, and obviously coming out hacking, and Kyle is hacking one-handed. Now what I would say with him, this horse, is we found he absolutely, obviously he's been here a short time so far, as they all are really, but there's loads of videos of him with his previous owner, and we found him to be enjoying his work, as you can see, as you saw yesterday. He's definitely one that is happy. Look how happy he is hacking out, he's not needing to be with another horse. He's more than happy to hack out. It's not a spooky sort, and bearing in mind he's only been here so far for 48 hours, and so he's never been down here either, guys. In fact, that's a good point I will make. I'm going to keep this going because I've got a lot of information to get out to you. So even when he disappears off camera, he's there, I am going to keep this going, so you will have to just excuse that there isn't a lot to look at right now, but as I say, there's quite a lot of info I want to get over to you guys. So bearing in mind we do this hack alone, so we can just basically show you the horses leaving the yard and hacking out alone. It's a good route for us, it's not too far away from the yard, and we can obviously show you them in more than just walk. But every time we do this video, somebody's been littering down here. Every time we do this video, guys, the horses have actually already been down here, because this is very often our first ride, because we like to try them in canter and everything else. So it's very often our first ride. down here, and then when we bring them alone, they've already ridden this route. He hasn't, because yesterday we couldn't get down here, so he hasn't ridden this route, guys. So this is him first time, and you can see, I'll see you scrolling, oh, just hacking along down there. Now, I've been super happy with this horse. As I say, his previous owner has done all of that. I have lots of video clips. They are sort of not long videos, little video clips like a lot of people do for their social medias and whatever now, stories, WhatsApp, Snapchat, TikTok, whatever. So I've got quite a few snaps that I can put them all together and anybody can see them. So it's quite nice to see the horses doing other things rather than just with us. Although I do think the videos that you see with us are, you know, sort of imperative really, because you can see them sort of real time, if you like. Again, I'm sorry he's gone off the screen, but I don't want to run out of time. So what's happened since having him here and the video from yesterday, as I say, I've managed to get a bit more of background information. I don't know if I've already said that on the video actually, guys. Sometimes I repeat myself on these, but you have to understand I'm trying to get all the info out that's in my head. But actually I have been got a bit more information, and the girl that I bought him from actually did sell this horse what, I don't know, probably a month ago, 6 weeks ago, something like that, and found him what was to believe a suitable home. He was only in that home for around 6 days, so very short time, guys, very short time. And in that time, so he was sold to a livery on a riding school, a large yard with over 60 horses. The buyers did try him with his current owner at the time. Obviously very happy with him. Novice-ish daughter, rode him, very happy, on the nod of the instructor to go ahead and purchase him. Oh, hello little cow, coming to say hello. Oh, I'm going to have some water out of the stream. So on the recommendation, they went ahead and purchased him. Oh, here we go. Let's not take the limelight off him. Look, I love him. There's a cow there. Oh, lovely. He's not been, I was just saying, he's not been down here, has he?
Pardon?
He's not been down here, has he?
No.
Straight into canter.
Yeah, it's fine.
That's really good, Kyle. Just keep going, mate. And just obviously go towards home, but don't sort of rush home, don't trot home, because I'm trying to get all of his info out on the video. I don't want to run out of time. You saw for yourself then, guys, perfect in the canter. I haven't been able to, oh, I think Kyle's, oh, was it? That's our picture opportunity there that we normally have. Look what a stunner he is, guys. Jumping from one thing to another, but oh wow. Like, he's a beaut. I have no idea what his breed is. He's got a plain passport. But he's absolutely beautiful. Can you just please look at Kyle as well? Where's the fault here with this horse? Okay. I am going to stop it whilst I get in the car, so be back in 2 ticks. Right, we're back on, so I'll go and catch him up. I've lost my AirPods, guys, so I'm hoping that you can hear me good. So yeah, as I said, as you can see, well, you can see the horse for yourself. You can see yesterday's video, you can see today, you can see all the previous videos, so you can make your own minds up. But yeah, he was sold to home. He was only there a short time, as I say, I believe 6 days, and he just didn't settle. He did not settle. Oh, my car's honking. He did not settle at all. And to be fair, I was told, I'm not even going to say horror story, that's a bit drastic, it's not a horror story, but of a horse that wasn't happy in the stable, was stressing, was trying to come out of the stable, had done a buck when he was being ridden. Just basically just a bit of a nightmare, in all honesty. Very stressed, and the buyers that had only had him for this short time contacted his previous owner, and actually told her of the issues they were having, and said that she needed to collect him, and if she didn't, they were considering putting him to sleep. I'm not passing any judgment here, guys, on anybody, because I wasn't there, so I can't pass the judgment. I can only give you the information I've got. I can only show you the horse that I've got. So this is not my word for it, guys. This is, you can see the horse for yourselves. He's in front of your faces now. He's in front of the camera. And bear in mind, guys, the rider may not be a child. He may be experienced, but he's my child. And I will not ever put anybody, let alone my son, on any horse that I don't believe to be what I say they are. Okay, we all know horses carry their own risk. We all know there's always an opportunity of a fall, an accident, whatever, on a horse, any horse. Every time we get on a horse, we take a risk. We've got to calculate that risks as riders, as responsible adults, as parents, whatever. Okay, that's what we do. Now, I had, as I say, I've got God knows how many videos on so many different occasions of this horse. You do not take a horse out to shows, out to here, there and everywhere. That you don't. You're not. At the end of the day, it's fun. We do it because we enjoy it. It costs a lot of money. It costs a lot of time. We want to go out and do things. We want to enjoy it. You're not going to do that on a horse that you can't enjoy. So that's for starters. Secondly, he is here for 48 hours only so far. So some of you may say, oh, well, you don't know him yet. Okay. You guys know of him and what we know of him, because I video virtually everything. Well, certainly every ride and things like that. So I video everything and I put as much information out there as I can. Sometimes horses don't settle on certain yards. That's why our horses are sold with a sales agreement / returns policy. Okay, that's there for anybody to see if you want to request a copy to have a look at. Now, my handsome boy, my situation was, his owner that I bought him from has offered to have him back from me, should I want to. I think, do you know what, I have to give this horse a chance, okay, because sometimes we have horses returned and honestly I can't actually believe the reasons half the time. It's certainly not, you know, there's a settling in period of horses. You need to buy the right horse for the right job, and you need to provide a suitable environment for the horses. Any horse now, guys. And if they're not settling in one certain environment, you need to adapt. You can't just blame the horse and say that you're going to have the horse put to sleep. You just can't do that. You have to adapt. You can see the horse for yourself with Kyle, okay? Now, I am more than happy with this horse. As I say, yesterday, the day before, he arrived perfect. He went straight in the stable at the barn. Never bothered, not at all. We put him out because I was just so busy. I've had family commitments. I chucked him in the field with the mares. I thought, oh, I'll sort him the next day. Yeah, he was a bit stressy when he come in yesterday. As I said, neighing, that kind of thing. Totally normal when I've put them in the field. Nothing out of the ordinary. Hacked out as you saw yesterday. Cal's not even on his blooming foal, but not even got two hands on the rein. good as gold. So I did actually say on the video yesterday that there was no history of ever of booked, or what, I can't remember what I said, booked or reared or something like that. Clearly I've been passed on this information today, so I need to update that info, but I'm not going to remove the video because the video just shows him and he's great. So you'll just have to bear in mind that this is an update. But what we will do is continue to video this horse, continue to show you him, and you guys can make your minds up. What I would say is, because of the information to come to light, I don't want him to go to a novice, although just look at him, guys. I mean, he's just hacking along, good as gold. But anyway, whatever. Don't want him to go to a novice. And to be fair, he's a bit better than that anyway. He likes his work. He likes to do something. He likes to get out and enjoy life. Anybody who wants to hack out, you can clearly see that's great. He doesn't have to be competing, but you can clearly see how good he is. He's great to load. It's been good to travel. He's good to tack up, all of that. I've got a video of him being clipped, stood in the field, not even with a head collar on him. He's barefoot and he's happy barefoot. He's beautiful to look at, absolutely beautiful. He's been out and done his shows and all of that. But he is priced accordingly, okay? Now, he's in the White Hart, and I am going to be open to offers on that because I want a really good home for him. But I want you to listen to the information given and watch the horse and be sensible with your decision, okay? I cannot be more honest than that. But a beautiful horse deserves a beautiful home, and you must be able to provide a suitable home. And bear in mind, he may take some time to settle, but guys, he's priced very, very low. You know, you can be buying companions for his price. So do you know what? Everything you get above is just a bonus. But anyway, feel free to ask any questions. Keep watching the beautiful Troy, and come back to me at any time. Kyle's just going to have a trot and canter round. Just bearing in mind, this field is not great. It always looks nice and flat. We use it a bit more in winter because it's softer. It's actually really quite wavy underfoot is the best way I can describe it. The sort of waves go like that, and it's really hard at the minute. So probably not great field, but he will go up the other field later on in the week. It's only because I've got horses turned out in there at the minute, and this was a bit of an impromptu ride in this field.
You said you hated the ocean, but you're surfing now. I said I love you for life, but I just sold our house. We were kids at the start, I guess we're grown-ups now. Couldn't ever imagine even having doubts, but not everything works out. No, now I'm out dancing with strangers. You could be casually dating. Damn, it's all changing so fast. Así es la vida, así. Yeah, that's just life, baby. Yeah, love came around and it knocked me down, but I'm back on my feet. Así es la vida, así. Yeah, that's just life, baby. I was barely standing, but now I'm dancing. He's all over me. But bum, 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 bum.
Find something you can hold on to. Find someone who'll be there for you. 'Cause that's all that really matters in the end. Find somewhere you can come